looks like we may have Danny Swift Garcia defending his WBC welterweight belt against Andre Berto. Man, what a freaking letdown. PBC seems to be on a never-ending downward trajectory, continuously putting on these insignificant fights. There are so many good welterweights to pair up. Then we have a WBC championship belt being contested by two guys who, in my opinion, are nowhere near the best. Now, as far as the fight, I mean, maybe it will be a good fight. Maybe Garcia is not as good as we previously believed. I mean, they keep promoting his undefeated, no-loss record, but we all know Mauricio Herrera beat him, and many feel Lamont Peterson did as well. Now, Garcia has not fought a top guy or even a hard puncher since he fought Lucas Matisse. I believe something like Danny hurt his ear in that fight, possibly couldn't hear for like a month or something like that. But anyways, after that fight, in my opinion, it seems like Danny has been ducking and dodging top competitors and hard punchers after the Matisse fight. I mean, Danny did defend his belt against Mauricio Herrera, in which he clearly lost, but somehow got a majority decision in his I'm Coming Home promoted event in Puerto Rico. And after that, I don't believe Danny ever defended his titles. He just fought Rod Salka, Lamont Peterson at catchweights. Then he jumped right up to welterweight and somehow got a WBC belt by getting by Paulie Malignaggi and Robert Guerrero. Now it looks like Danny's right back to ducking and dodging. So I suppose the Garcia versus Berto fight could be competitive. I mean, I'd feel much better if there was no WBC belt on the line. I mean, this fight, if it does happen, should be more like a moving your way up the ranks into a title fight type of fight, not actually a WBC title fight. Now, I know nothing is official as of today, but I don't even know how the WBC is going to allow this. So maybe I'm just looking at it wrong. Maybe Garcia really isn't that good. I mean, all these fights he's supposed to win, he ends up making them look like very difficult fights. Now, I guess his last two fights were decent at welterweight. I mean, he did get decisive wins over Paulie Malignaggi and Robert Guerrero at welterweight. But I mean, this welterweight division is so deep, and we have the WBC being contested by some guys who haven't done anything at the welterweight division. Then supposedly, I mean, Garcia gave up a huge payday against Pacquiao, or did he? I mean, I guess we'll never know, but I can't imagine him making anything close to that against Andre Berto, even if Uncle Al is generous. I just can't see much demand for this fight. I mean, Berto seems to be a cool dude that is always ready to fight, but what has he really done recently? I mean, he got a TKO against Riverside Rocky Josecito Lopez, but in my opinion, Josecito looked like he had a lot of fight left in him when the refs stopped the fight in the 6th round. Plus, in my opinion, he was actually beating Berto up to that point, or up to that controversial stoppage. Then there was a Floyd fight, which was just a joke by both guys. Against Victor Ortiz, he got the TKO, but Victor is beyond washed up. And Victor was actually working Berto over at the beginning. He even dropped him in the 2nd round. Now, I mean, I guess you could say Ortiz still hits hard, but he seems so easy to break. I mean, the guy always gives up. As soon as someone pressures him or hurts him, he just runs to the ropes, crawls to the ropes, and tries to find a way of getting out of the fight. I mean, Berto beating Ortiz should in no way set him up for a title shot. So, man, I don't know if Garcia is still trying to sell his undefeated record to Mayweather, or what. But since Matisse, I can't think of a top competitor that Garcia has faced. Maybe they're looking for a highlight finish where he just destroys Berto to set up a Mayweather fight. I guess that would go along with the PBC storyline script. Anyway, I know this is just speculation. We don't know if this fight's happening. I guess it'll be a decent fight. I just don't think it should be for the WBC belt. Anyway, just my thoughts. You guys take care. Have a good night.